A wealthy couple from San Pablo, Laguna owns many land fruit-bearing trees and a very beautiful house. One of the trees that they possess is a sampalok tamarind tree that bears very sweet fruits. This tree is the main source of their fortune. Though this couple is famous for their wealth, they are more famous for their bad attitude. They are selfish and greedy, and all they think about is getting money by selling their properties. Because of this, the townspeople despise them. However, they still come to them to buy the extraordinarily sweet tamarind fruits. One day, an old beggar with torn clothes went to the couple and begged for food. She was shivering from hunger. The two just scornfully stared at the old woman and then ignored her. The beggar continued to beg for food, but the couple just kept on ignoring her. Little did they know that the beggar was a fairy. She cursed the couple for being greedy. The old lady disappeared and the water sprang from near the sampalok tree and drowned all the couple's properties. The couple were not seen after that incident, and the people assumed that they too were drowned by the water along their wealth. The water that sprung from the sampalok tree eventually became a lake and was called Sampalok Lake.
The history of San Pablo City, Laguna. San Pablo City, together with the four large barrios, was a part of the Sampalok. When the Spaniards came around 1571 under the troops of Captain Juan de Salcedo, Sampaloc was converted into parish and became a municipality in 1647, and was renamed San Pablo de los Montes to honor their patron, Saint Paul I Hermit. However, in 1576, it was placed under the jurisdiction of Batangas province, but was returned to Laguna in 1883. The people of San Pablo continued to work not only for their city's progress, but also for their independence from the province of Laguna, all hoping to be an independent city. It was until May 7, 1940, that the San Pablo was converted into an independent city, signed by President Manuel L. Quezon. The city was inaugurated on March 30, 1941, with Dr. Potenciano Malbar, a former governor of Laguna, as the city mayor appointed by President Manuel L. Quezon. Succeeding him, 1941 as an appointed mayor was Dr. Manuel Quisimbing, in turn followed by Thomas D. Dizon in 1943 as an appointed mayor. The succeeding mayors were elected after 1955.
San Pablo was known as Sampaloc Village before the coming of the Spaniards because of the dominant tamarind trees in this area. It was a village of Bay, Laguna. On August 8, 1938, a big fire before high noon destroyed the entire southern portion of the town center, including the public market. President Manuel L. Quezon visited San Pablo and promised help in the reconstruction of the market and widening of the roads. In terms of geography, San Pablo has a cool climate owing to its location. It is nestled in the foothills of Mount Banahaw, Mount Makiling, and the Sierra Madre Mountains. These mountains do not only provide attraction for the tourism industry and sources of many forest-based products, but also serves as stewards for the clean air. It is situated 82 kilometers southeast of Manila via Alaminos, Laguna, 35 kilometers southwest of Santa Cruz, Laguna via Calauan, Laguna, and 50 kilometers northwest of Lucena City, Quezon. Its soil is suitable for those seeking opportunities in agriculture and horticulture, given its richness and fertility. The different barangays have coconut plantation, lanzones fruit tree plantation, and rambutan fruit tree plantation. The place is rich in orchid plants.
Bawat lugar ay may kanya-kanyang kwento, karanasan at nakaraan. Kabilang na dito ang Barangay del Romejo ng San Pablo, Laguna na may higit kumulang 17,871 populasyon. Noong unang panahon, ayon sa ating kasaysayan, ang higit at mabilis na umuunlad na bayan ay ang Pook o lugar na malapit o nasa tabing dagat o malaking ilog sa dahilang wala pang maayos na lansangan at sasakyang panlupa. Ang unang ginamit ng ating ninuno ay sasakyang pantubig. Dahil dito ang bay ay naging isa sa maunlad na bayan ng Laguna, sapagkat nasa bay ang daungan ng bapor at kasko na sasakyan ng tao at kalakal patungo sa sentro ng kalakihan ng Maynila. Ang San Pablo na pinakapusod ng mga karatig bayang nasa gawing timog ng Laguna at ibang karatig bayan ng Quezon na naging daanan ng mga mangangalakal at mga taong patungo sa Bay Laguna upang makapaglakbay papuntang Maynila. Nayon ng De Romedyo ang naging sadsaran ng mga tao at mangangalakal buhat sa mga karatig bayan na patungo sa Bay. De Romedyo ang naging sadsaran ng mga kariton, kalesa at kabayang tigil ng mga kalakal na dadalhin sa Bay patungong Maynila. Sa unang nayong ito, sila pumupundo upang ipahinga ang pagal nilang katawan bago nila salungahin ng mahabang pag-ahon sa may gilid ng bundok o babidis patungong Bay. Gayon din sa kanilang pagbalik mula sa hangganan ng Kaluan at San Pablo, dito rin nila pinamamahagi ang kanilang mga pagal na mga hayop na karga o tagahila ng kanilang kalakal upang makabawi ng lakas para sa inaharapang paglalakbay. Dahil dito ang Del Remedyo ay binansagan nilang wawa ng ibig ipakahulugan ay sadsaran. Mula noon at hanggang sa panahong ito ay kilalang kilala ito ang Del Remedyo bilang wawa ng San Pablo. Kabilang din ang barangay San Pedro na mahigit kumulang 3,120 populasyon. Noong unang panahon ayon sa mga matatanda ay mayroong isang punong kahoy na kung tawagin ay bugtong-bugtong. Ang punong ito ay kakaiba sa lahat. Kung humahangin lalong namamalas ang kanyang alindog na umaakit sa bawat mapatingin sa kanya. At sa pasalin-salin ng mga salita ang punong ito ay naging liktong. Noong panahong iyon ay wala pang daan papunta sa San Lucas patungong Palakpakin, kung kaya't ang nagiging hantungan o tagpuan ng mga tao ay ang tubig ng lagnas na siyang kinatatayuan ng puno ng liptong. Kung kaya tinawag ang pook na iyon na liptong. Hindi nagtagal at ang tubig ng lagnas ay nawala at ito ay tinawag na patay na tubig. Ang araw ay lumipas. Matapos mawala ang tubig ng lagnas ay may natagpang bukal ng tubig na siyang nagsilbing tabuan ng mga kababaihan dito sa liptong. Kung lumalakas ang ulan ay nakikita ang tila kristal na tubig na dumaraloy at bumubukal sa bangbang na tinawag naman nilang tabaw. Isang araw habang nagkakasya ng mga lupon ang mga babaeng naglalabas sa tabaw ay biglang may dumating na isang grupo ng mga Kastila at sila'y nagtanong, "Cueste, lugar es cueste, lugar es, el aqua es muy claro." Sa dahilan na hindi nila alam ang isasagot, sinabi nilang tabaw. Tabaw sapagkat kaya tamang lumaki ang tubig ay kung lumalakas ang ulan. At dahil sa layunin ng mga Kastila, ang maggasik ng Kristyanismo sa buong kapuluan ay di nagtagal at sila'y nagtayo ng isang habong at bininyagan nila ito sa San Pedro. Simula noon ay tinawag na San Pedro ang lugar na ito at nalimutan ng tawag na liptong tabaw. Kabilang rin dito ang barangay San Jose na higit kumulang 10,720 populasyon. Saan mang po ay may maririnig tayong mga kwento na naisalin sa madla ng ating mga ninuno. Mga kwentong nagpasalin-salin sa mga tao at hindi naging isang alamat na lamang hanggang sa ngayon. Ang lungsod ng San Pablo ay isa sa mga mayamang pook na may kwento. Isa na dito, nakakaunti lamang ang nakakalamay ang isang pook dito sa nayon ng San Rafael na kung tawagin ay malamig. Noong unang panahon dahil sa hindi pa natutuklasan ang mga gamot o bakuna tungkol sa kolera at iba pang sakit na nakakahawa, kaya naman ang mga epidemya ay madaling kumalat sa mga tao ng isang pook. Maraming namatay noon sa sakit na kolera. Laganap ito sa anumang pook kaya maraming namatay. Hindi lamang isa o dalawa ang nalalaga sa isang pamilya. Masasabi pa na kung minsan ang buong pamilya ay namamatay. Dito sa isang pook sa San Rafael na malapit sa Santa Monica ay may kababayan noon na dinapuan ang mga tao ng sakit na lumaganap. Hindi madala-dala ng mga tao sa simbahan o sa libingan ang mga nasawi dahil sa oras ng mahawakan ang mga bangkay na matagal-tagal ay mahahawa na rin. Naisipan ng mga tao na humukay na lamang ng isang malalim at malawak na balon upang ang kanilang mahal na kanayon o kamag-anak ay may libing ng maayos. Sa kalaunan nahinto na rin ang pagbubuwis ng buhay ng mga tao sa nakakahawang sakit kaya ang balon ay tuluyan ng tinabunan. Dahil sa mahal ng mga kanayon ng kanilang patay, kaya nilagyan ng mga tanim ng San Francisco ang pook na iyon. Iyon ay tanda na sa pook na iyon nakalibing ang mahal nila sa buhay. Sa pook na iyon ay sinasabi ang kanilang mga kanayon na kung sila ay mapapadaan doon, nakakaramdam sila ng malamig na bagay na sumasanib sa kanilang katawan. Malamig na napakalamig ayon sa mga taong napapadaan doon. Sa kalaunan, hindi na rin natakot ang mga tao. Kaya lang ang nasabing po, wala nang malamig ng mga tao doon dahil sa kanilang nararamdaman sa tuwing sila ay napapadaan sa lugar na iyan. Barangay San Marcos na may 2,756 na populasyon. Malayo sa tunog ng kampana ang lugar na ito ng Tikiw. At noong una, na nagsasabi ni sakop ng Bayang Tikiw na sinaayos ang paghahati-hati ng populasyon. Ito ay napasama sa San Pablo. Palibasa noon ay wala pang sasakyan, ang mga tao ay nag-layout dito sa pamamagitan ng kabayo, kalabaw at kariton. Dahil sa kalayuan ng Tikiw, ang mga manggagamot hindi nakakarating sa tamang oras. Kung kaya't may mga sakit ay sinasakay sa kariton ng kabayo upang ipagamot sa bayan. At dahil sa kahirapan ng tubig na kinukuha pa sa isang bukal na daraan pa sa napakatirik na gilid, kung maglaba ang mga tao ay pami-pamilyang lumulusong sa bukal. Magkakatulong sila sa paglalaba, pati na ang ama at ina. Sabay na rin nagliligo ang buong mag-anak. Sa kalayuan ng lugar na ito, bibihirang bata ang ipinapasok sa paaralan, kaya't iilan ng mga matandanda sa nayo na nakatapos kahit man lamang ng elementarya. Dahil nga sa kulang sa pinag-aralan, kaya't ang sakupin ng Kastila ang buong bayan ay napaligaw ang ilan dito sa wikang Kastila at itinuro ang buong paligid. Pag-aakala na napagtanungan nang itinanong ay ang punong kahoy. Ang isa ay sinagot ng mga ito ay Tikawan. Mula noon tinawag na lugar na Tikiw hanggang nagbaba ang kautusan ng Haring Espanya na bigyan ng pangalan ang mga nayon, kaya't nagbigyan ang nayon ito ng San Marcos.
Mohicap Lake. This beautiful scenery is one of the 7 craters that can be found in the province of Laguna in San Pablo City. It is located in Barangay San Buenaventura. It has an area of 14.5 hectares and is one of the main suppliers of water in our city. We collected short clips from different vloggers to show off our lakes. There are many fun things to do in Mohicap Lake. Before you can get to the actual lake, you have to go through a short forest trail. You can rent or use bamboo raft to explore, and of course, you can swim and feel the calmness and peace that our lake brings.
Mohicap Lake also has a legend of its own. The legend of Mohicap is quite similar to those of Lake Spandin and Jambo to the east. A couple had a very sickly daughter named Monica, and they frequently prayed to God for help. They promised to do anything in exchange, to which God granted their prayer on condition that Monica must not set foot on soil. She thus grew up to be healthy and very industrious. One day, while her parents were away, Monica was sewing a dress. The ball of thread she was using fell on the ground, and she was trying to retrieve it. She fainted and fell. She suddenly sank with the entire neighborhood, and a lagoon was formed. This body of water was later called Mohicap, derived from the unfortunate girl's name and Mahicap, which means industrious in the local dialect of.
Lake Sampaloc is a volcanic crater lake on the island of Luzon, the Philippines, located in San Pablo City, Laguna. It is the largest of the 7 lakes of San Pablo, Laguna. Nearly half of the lake's deep has a shallow depression at the bottom, indicating its volcanic origin. The lake is behind San Pablo City Hall and is dotted with fish pens and small cottages built on stilts. Its max width is 1.2 kilometers, also its average depth of 27 meters or 33 feet and the max depth of 27 meters or 89 feet. Lastly, its whole surface area measured 104 hectares.
Calibato Lake is one of the 7 crater lakes, collectively called Pitong Lawa or 7 Lakes of San Pablo in Laguna. A crater lake located in Barangay Santo Angel, San Pablo City. Calibato has an area of 42 hectares and maximum depth of 135 meters. The villagers living on the other side of surrounding hills name it Lake Calibato. taken from the crisscrossing stone pathways of the valley. Cali must have been a conjunction of the Spanish cali or street, while bato means rock or stone in the local dialect. This lake is a small transboundary lake since around half of it lies in San Pablo City and the other half in Rizal, Laguna. And it is a distinct among the 7 crater lakes since it is the deepest and has the greatest and largest volume of water storage, which approximately 29,600 cubic meters. Calibato Lake supplies the city and the nearby towns with abundant fish and aquatic plants, especially tilapia pen and cage farming.
Aside from the information that I have said, this lake also has rich history behind it that every resident knows about. It is said that the area Calibato was once said to have been the valley inhabited by Diwata, who wanted to protect the kingdom from human invasion. Therefore, she was upset when people made a rocky roads across her valley. Then it caused a powerful earthquake and storm that turned the valley into a lagoon. The villagers who lived in the surrounding hills were in awe the next morning and named the waters coming from the crossing stone paths of the valley Lake Calibato. This is the portmanteau of Cali Street and Tagalog Bato Rock. Having such a beautiful lake in sight with a wonderful history would be a perfect picnic location on a lazy Saturday afternoon.
Bunot Lake is a volcanic crater lake and is one of the 7 lakes of San Pablo Laguna in the Philippines. It is located in Barangay Concepcion, San Pablo City. Only 4.5 kilometers from the city proper, Bunot is known for its cultured tilapia and fish pens for Nilotica fingerlings. Bunot has a normal surface area of 30.5 hectares with a maximum depth of 23 meters.
The history of Bunot Lake. It is said that in the Spanish era, some Spanish soldiers came upon a quiet lagoon and wanting to know its name for surveying purposes, inquired such from a man husking coconuts by the lake shore. As is common to many Philippine etymological myths, the man misunderstood the foreign soldiers as asking for the name of the coconut husk and replied in Tagalog, Bunot. The Spaniards left muttering the word, thinking that it was the name of the lake.
Lake Palakpakin is one of the 7 lakes of San Pablo in Laguna Province in the Philippines. Palakpakin is located in Barangay San Buenaventura, San Pablo City. With an area of 43 hectares, it has maximum depth of 7.5 meters. Residents around the lake rely on income for fish pens and fish cages that grow cultured tilapia and silver carp.
One day, a stranger came to the village and tried to solve the mystery about the red-haired lady in a fish. And so one moonlit night, he waited for her, seeing the lady in her pristine glory. The stranger approached her. All of a sudden, there was thunder and lightning, the earthquake with terrible intensity, while the river swallowed alarmingly into a lake. From that time onwards, that lake produced a large quantity of shrimp, which when cooked turned red. People since then had affectionately called their village Palakpakin. After that, Asian turned the shrimps into the lake village a principal source of livelihood, which they call Hipong Palakpakin or Palakpakin shrimp.
Yambo Lake's tranquility is unmatched. To some, a trip to this lake may be a bit boring, but to those who value serenity and being in harmony with nature, Yambo Lake is a priceless treasure. Fun fact: historically and technically, Yambo Lake is a part of the town of La Carlan, but it is also considered part of San Pablo just to complete the label 7 lakes of the city given to them. The geologic explanation of the lake's origin is equally fascinating. The lake scientists say were craters of ancient volcanoes. They form part of what is known as the Laguna Volcanic Field, which includes other mountains in the area such as Mount Kalisugan, Mount Atimla, Mount Banahaw, and Mount Mabilog. Mount Makiling is its most prominent volcanic feature. Another fun fact: out of the 7 lakes, the depth of Yambo Lake is still unknown to scientists and locals. Many have tried but no one has succeeded. Some says that Yambo Lake is the only lake that's still protected by the Diwata that forbids any human from destroying its realm. Yambo and Pandin Lake are dubbed as the twin lakes. They are only separated by a tiny strip of land. Unlike Pandin Lake, getting to Yambo Lake can be a bit of a task yet another rewarding journey with a delightful promise at the end. The quest to behold the beauty of this jewel may be long and winded, but just see, it's worth it. The twin lakes are also filled with stories and legends like the rest of the natural beauties in our province. How to get there? From San Pablo City, ride a jeep to Nagcarlan. The terminal is beside the fire station near the cathedral. The fare up to Nagcarlan town proper is 25 pesos. When you arrive at the town market, ride a tricycle to Barangay Susuguin. The fare is ranging from 50 pesos to 100 pesos per trip. There's no entrance fee, but you can donate any amount to the guides. The bamboo raft rental, it is 500 pesos, additional if it with foods and drinks. There's also an overnight camp which is 100 pesos per head.
The legend of the Twin Lakes. It was told that these two lakes were named after two lovers. According to the legend, a beautiful woman named Pandin was cursed not to step on the earth. Otherwise, something terrible would befall her. Yambo, her ardent lover, didn't know about the curse and had made her step on earth, after which there was a terrible noise followed by the cracking grumble of the earth. A heavy downpour eventually converted the area where the lovers were on into twin lakes separated from each other by a bare strip of land.
Pandin Lake is one of the 7 lakes located in San Pablo City. This lake is a popular side trip destination in Barangay San Lorenzo. It is the smallest of the 7 lakes, about 20.5 hectares with an average depth of 207 feet. The lake is unspoiled and is good for swimming. Pandin and Yambo are twin crater lakes separated by a narrow strip of land. Lake Pandin is said to be the most pristine of the 7 lakes of San Pablo. You can do a day trip, you can go swimming and ride the lamo or the balsa and enjoy the refreshing water of this lake. You can also have a glimpse of the Yambo Lake, which is just beside the Pandin Lake.
Pandin Lake. It is separated from another lake, which is Yambo, by just a narrow strip of land, hence they are called as twin lakes. Legend of the lakes, it was told that these two lakes were named after two lovers. According to the legend, a beautiful woman named Pandin was cursed not to step on the earth, otherwise something terrible would befall her. Pandin Lake is considered oligotrophic because of the abundant plant and fish life. Pandin Lake is truly a paradise to behold. Its pristine beauty does deserve serious attention not only from the surrounding community but also from the local authorities.
San Pablo Laguna's 7 Lake is not the only thing that Laguna has. Laguna also offers the Coconut Festival or Coco Fest. It is a celebration of Thanksgiving and in honor of San Pablo's patron saint, Saint Paul the First Hermit. Due to the importance of the tree, the Coconut Festival was birthed out of need to celebrate this phenomenal plant. The event's humble beginning can be traced back to 1996 when the first edition of the celebration was held to honor of the Hermit Saint Paul. San Pablo celebrates the festival for a full week. The 1-week festival is a must-attend, especially for nature lovers who are inspired by the outdoors.
Paseo de San Pablo is one of the well-known attractions that is often visited by the residents of San Pablo as well as visitors from other areas. There are many lovely Christmas lights and lanterns that are displayed here. The air was fresh and the breeze was cool because it was surrounded by many trees. So visiting this place can give us the Christmas feel. Apart from the beautiful lights, One of the reasons why people visit here is because of the variety of delicious food available in the area. There are numerous food stalls as well as mini markets where visitors can shop. At the back, there's a area with rides like carousels, Vikings, and Ferris wheels, as well as games with prizes that give enjoyment to the people. Every night, movies are projected on a large screen for people to watch with their friends, family, or even girlfriends or boyfriends. Paseo is near the Pines Memorial and is located on F. Amante Drive in San Jose Malamig, San Pablo City. This is a good place to visit with your friends and family, but expect it to be crowded because there will be a lot of people taking photos everywhere.